What up YouTube, what's going on? So here we are another day working on the Silvia, and we are March the 9th 2015 or April the 9th, and we're about maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And basically what I'm doing is, well, what I've done is pretty much just remove the heat shield, and to do that I had to take off the intercooler pipe, and I also removed this thing, which I haven't figured out how I'm gonna go ahead and set up when I put it back. I don't think I want to put that back on because it just looks so much more cleaner. But I brought my box of goodies. If you'll notice on one of my previous films where I put Silvia upgrades, I'm gonna be putting on the new turbo, so we'll just see how far I get along. But what I think I'm gonna do is obviously remove here the intake manifold, or not manifold, but the tube, the breather tube, and that way I can make some room right here. And then gonna go ahead and start removing the bolts there to the exhaust, and see if I just can't pull out the whole turbo with the exhaust, since it all comes out one piece, and start installing the new one. So this is where we are at right now. I'm gonna start taking off some pieces, and I'll come back in between. Alright guys, so here we are. The exhaust manifold is one more bolt away from coming off. All these came off relatively easy. In case you're wondering, it's these two bolts back here that are the most pain in the ass. So for those of you that have never tried this, or whatever the case, I'm using the tiny little ratchet, small little 6-inch extension, and they're all 14 millimeter. So that's how I managed to take it off, because the big ratchet couldn't fit in there. And I can imagine maybe a swivel also can also help you take it off. So just be careful when you start removing it, because all the lines, like the oil line and water line, will be there too. So I'll record that when I come back. Alright everybody, so there we have it. The turbo has been taken out. And the water line. So when I unplug the water line, as you can see there, I probably spilled about half a gallon, or if not more, because all the freaking water was just coming out. So I just put some tape, put the bolt back in, made it work. And then I noticed that it was still connected here too, so I had to unloosen that one, and then it was connected even back here. So finally got all those bad boys unloosened, and when I wanted to pull it out, bam, the oil return line was still connected. So just things that I'm learning as I'm new, being that this is the first time. But yeah, besides the point. So here it is, turbo in roughly, I mean, I wouldn't know what it would look like if it were in good or bad condition, but if you look inside the hole there, a lot of goulash, man, which I'm thinking that came from the Japanese sludge. So obviously it was a good thing that we got this bad boy out. Next comes the brand new T28. So let's get to unbolting this turbo so I can get the exhaust manifold cleaned up, and we'll go from there. So here we are unbolting the old oil drain, and here's the new one that I got. Here's the new turbo. It's got all the gaskets, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect everything. Unfortunately, I don't have a cameraman to help me hold this up, so I'll be doing it in takes. But I can see inside the turbo there where the oil line went, and it has a little bit of debris, so that obviously wasn't good. But here's the new turbo, and so here it goes on. 3-inch pipe by ISIS. Got the gasket. Here's the turbo. Installing it as we speak. Gonna put the rest of these bolts and put this in, and we'll be back. What up everybody, so here we are. Basically I just put one bolt on there to hold it up, and got the oil line, the water line, and then the other one that comes around the back, and then the stainless steel oil line, you can't really see it, and the return is on the bottom, so you can't see that much either, but that's pretty much what you get. Really nice fit, happy with everything. So now I just gotta bolt it all up and put it back together, and we'll go from there. This is the only one pipe that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I don't even know what use it has. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks. Piping for the 3-inch elbow. Let's get it going. So here we are, finally installed the turbo. I had originally put the mass airflow on, but I figured that you need to actually have your ECU flashed for that, and I don't. So yeah, rookie mistake. But put the original one back on. And just taking it for a few demo spins. Everything sounds pretty nice. So I'm gonna do a couple of little warm-up laps, and then we'll come back to feel some boost, see what that feels like with this new bad boy. Wow, you can already hear the flutter. Much sooner than the stock one. You had to go up to like 35, 4 grand to hear that. Wow. Man, that sounds beautiful. Spools up way faster too. So far, no heating up. Everything smells good. It's idling real smooth. So I'm gonna take it for a couple of laps.